while we're kind of on that topic too, you touched on it just a little bit earlier, how you were a Sony musician, Sony signed artist, and you kind of did that Web 2 grind. What are some of the biggest differences you've noticed or really had, I guess, impact you from web creating music on Web 2 versus Web 3?
I felt like in Web 2, it's fun. I'll bring up our good friend V. She actually said this during the last episode that y'all did together,
Hmm.
and she couldn't have said it any better. I feel like in Web 2, even currently, like right now, I feel like there's like a formula that you need to kind of write music towards to fit like the mold of what's happening in like society right now.
Hmm.
Um, for example, like TikTok music, it's become a thing where like you go to a publisher or a label, and instead of them being like, wow, that's incredible music, it's original, it's unique, like we want to be behind this, they are more like, cool, love the music, where's your TikTok song? If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Um, and it's just kind of sad because like labels are not willing to do the work anymore. They don't want to develop artists anymore. They don't want to put in the hours to really launch a new artist the way that they deserve to be launched. Um, but now all the weight is on the artist's shoulders, where somebody like myself before Web3 would have to literally wake up, get out of bed, and think of one and write a song, and then literally take my phone and put it on my kitchen counter and sing along to my song and pray to God that the algorithm was going to catch it and that it was going to go viral. And then at that point, people start caring because you've gone viral, you
Hmm.
know? And so I just hate that it's come to that, that people are not willing to love something authentically, like from their heart. They don't, like, people aren't loving things anymore because they love it. They're loving things because other people love it. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I think that that's just like, it's just not fair to so many artists and creators out there that are, busting their ass and putting in the hours to get on the road and tour and pay for studios sessions, which are not cheap. And so when I found Web3, I literally felt the shackles like pop right off. Like it was like I found the key out of nowhere, popped them right off, and I've been sprinting towards the sunset, like a madman now. Like I love it. I've never felt more free. I've never felt more alive creatively, because again, the blockchain allows you to create in in infinite ways. There's like no right way on the blockchain. It's just the way that works for you and your community. And so the fact that I can now communicate with my fans, unlike I did in Web 2, and really dive in and figure out what do they really want, um, that also creates clarity for me to know what to work on next. And that was one of the biggest issues that Web 2 had, is that we would just constantly post our wins and our wins and our wins and never showed our flaws and our downfalls. And in Web3, everything comes to light. And I feel like the best result for any piece of art is a showcase of every part of the spectrum. Is when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're down, And so I've never felt more like the true creator that I am than I do now in Web3.
I love that. I love that because you know, community has become such a buzzword, right? Like it's just
Yeah,
become such
it's kind of abused.
yeah, it's ridiculous. It's just kind of got so weird, and you kind of talk about that status and what it means and holding a specific project or whatever. And I look at it as I invest in the people in that space, in that village. How can I provide my assets, my gifts to those people, and how can they in turn provide that to me? And that's what I think the most important part. And I think that's what Web 3 musicians are seeing. Like, hey, holy shit, I can come in, just give my gifts, my talent of making music, writing songs, strumming a couple chords, and then all of a sudden I find somebody who can help me network this, network that, make this cover art, make that. I mean, you said the night that Chloe, I mean, she had already had the art already done for you. I mean, that's absolutely incredible what this space can do. So Yeah, man, I really resonate with everything you said there, and it's shout out again to V, because you guys were kind of on the same thought track of that. There's just has to be in the wave. I guess that's where I wanted to finish on is you kind of talked about being in the wave, and it's like
Yeah.
almost the wave, the fake is kind of getting picked out, right? In like some of these communities, like the
Mhm.
real is really starting to build during this time now, and you're really starting to see this.
And what people don't realize too is that Web2, and like, platforms like TikTok and Instagram and all these things, like people are only showing you what they want to show you, right? And so you're only seeing like the glitz and glamour of it all, right? And I feel like in Web3, most of my wins have come from simply being present
Hmm.
and just being myself, in a non-biased way, of course. Like, so, and this goes for everybody that's listening. Like sometimes just being present and laughing and telling jokes and acknowledging people. Like that word acknowledgement
Hmm.
has so much value in Web3, because I tell people all the time that some of my holders that hold my music NFTs, they're not buying it because of hype. They're buying it because not only do they love the music, but they resonate with me as a person. And before NFTs, I actually onboarded a few of my Web2 fans onto my Web3 stuff, like my NFTs and whatnot. And some of them were very transparent and honest with me. And they said, Sammy, I was lonely. I didn't know anybody. I don't have any friends. But not now, for simply supporting you and picking up your NFTs, not only can I sleep in peace at night knowing that I'm supporting you in your dreams and I'm like actually investing in your dreams like a stock, but now I have all these friends that I didn't have before. I have people to lean on. I have people to talk to when I'm feeling low. And that is the true value of Web3, is that's community. Not like, oh, everybody's got a picture. No.
Hmm.
Having somebody to lean on when you're feeling down and having somebody to resonate on the same level as you on the same thing, that is community.
Bigger than JPEGs, my friend. We always talk about that. That is real community, and what I've had the opportunity to build with Diamond Hand Radio, and the Diamond Hand fam, and what you've built with your Sammy Arriaga faithful, man. It's been so cool to watch, and it's true people that I know, and we're on the same page with it, that you could literally reach out like, hey man, I'm feeling low today. Like, what's up with you? Like, how you doing? Or vice versa. And those are community
Mm.
members. Those are just people that believe in you.